and welcome to this brand new video from Code with Jay. Today we'll talk about final year computer science projects that computer science students do, or any computing related degree or courses that tells you to do a final year project. So let's get right into it. So firstly, what's a final year project? A final year project can be either a software, an application, or a research that is made by a final year students in a university or a college. And why should you trust me? Basically, you should trust me because I'm a former computer science graduate, and um, in this video I'll share some tips with you guys that I followed, which allowed me to get 80+% into my final year project. So let's get right into it. So again, let's go over what is a final year project. So it's an original piece of software or research created by a final year students, which it has to be original. You can't copy it, or you will be charged with disciplinary conduct, and you may have to drop out of the course. So make sure you do it yourself and not copy it. And when you're doing this final year project, you go through a software development cycle, which basically recreates software development cycle or any kind of project cycle that you would do when you're at your workplace. So it basically stimulates that kind of scenario, and it's good for your experience. And also in your FYP, you are aided by a supervisor. And in most universities, I'm not quite sure about countries such as India, United States, or other countries, but here in the UK, your supervisor is most likely a lecturer that must have taught you something in your first or second year, or even a third year. So that's that. And now let's get into why you should actually care about your final year project. So you should care about your final year project because it carries a lot of weightage, a lot of credits in your whole overall degree of 3 to 4 years. In my university, it carried, I believe, almost 28 to 30% of the whole credit, or whole credit of my 3 years. So out of 360 credits, it was worth 28% to 30% of 360 credits. So you can see why you should stress about it. Not stress, but why you should care about it. Additionally, the work that you do, your project, you can display it onto your portfolio. Your portfolio can be a website or anything, and you can use it to attract potential future employers. Additionally, you can show off your skills. So you can either be a Java whiz, JavaScript whiz, or Python whiz. You can create something using these languages. You can either create an application or a website, or you can just conduct your own research, and it will be an original piece of work, and your future employer will be impressed by it. What I did personally is I created a web application using React.js, as you must have figured out by now. And I used multiple APIs with it, and my employers, when I was interviewing, they were quite impressed by it, as I wasn't taught React.js in my course. I learned it myself. So if you are someone who likes a challenge, maybe it's a good idea to actually do something new which would help you in near future. Additionally, one more thing to add. What you can do if you are struggling, or if you have had low grades during your first and second year, maybe your final year project can help you quite a lot in actually improving your overall grade, as it's for 28%. So if you are someone like that, maybe you definitely should focus on your final year project, along with definitely other modules, as you'll need them to pass. And let's go through the timeline. So this timeline is quite specific to the United Kingdom. I'm not quite sure about countries such as USA, Australia, or India. I'm not quite sure when your academic year starts and finishes. So here goes the United Kingdom's timeline. So even before starting my third year in September, I started working on the ideation, and in September or towards the end of September, we were told to submit her project proposal, and in our project proposal we had about 4 to 5 ideas, so you had to submit potential ideas that you wanted to work on, and then we had to submit it to our supervisor, who would discuss it with us and see the feasibility of it, as they also take in account the availability of the technology that you're supposed to be using or that you want to use, and how proficient you are in it, and how really passionate you are about it. So students here in the UK, they would submit a project proposal in September, and from October till November, you would actually do a lot of planning and do a detailed research about your project, see, give some background, give motivation, and also tell your supervisor. Basically, you would have to write a report which you would be submitting towards the end of your academic year in December, and yeah, you would be submitting it, as your supervisor would need proof on how you want to actually go about making your final year project. So they will need proof, so that's what you would be doing. And from December to February, you would actually be creating your project. You would actually be implementing it as showcased into your uh, report that you submitted in December. So that's what you would be doing. So put in a lot of work into it, as it will definitely pay off towards the end of your academic year, and it will help you a lot. I can't actually stress how important final year project is. So make sure you definitely put a lot of work into implementation. And when you're done with implementation, let's say mid February, you would then start working on a draft report, as I believe reports, they make up a lot of percentage of your actually final year projects. So most reports, they range from 8,000 words to let's say 12,000 words. And yeah, some people, they don't like writing, but your report is as much as important as every other aspect of it, even more important, to be honest. So make sure you focus on it and write a really nice report with everything that's in your assignment brief. And from March to May, I personally conducted a lot of testing of my web application, made it nicer, you know, did everything, created it in LaTeX. Don't create it using Google Doc, you can, but most academic stuff, they prefer having reports written in LaTeX. So it's quite useful. You never know your supervisor, and at the end of the day, your supervisor would be the one who will be marking your work. So if you do everything professionally, you are kind of guaranteed to have the mark that you're supposed to get, probably a good mark. So that's how it goes. So from May to March, you actually work on your final report, and towards the end of your academic year, you start working on your showcase too. Most units, they have presentations, and some units, they even have a showcase where it's like an exhibition, and every final year student has to showcase their projects. So that's how it goes. And then you print your report and push your final project application or software to deployment, and then you're done with it. And then you wait to be graded. And now let's talk about some tips. I personally followed all these tips, and they kind of guaranteed me, I think they mostly guaranteed me a good marks. So here it goes. So even before you start your academic year in September, make sure you prep for it in September. Do a lot of research about it. Create some MVPs, not like properly built MVP, but you need some sort of prototype to actually see that what you want to build. is feasible. If not, then you'll be in trouble. And also create something original, something you're passionate about, as that will help you quite a lot when you're writing a report. If you copy a project from YouTube, let's say, and you, because I've seen that there are finally projects available on YouTube along with source code, and if you do that, then you won't be able to explain the code and write about it properly as you'd want to. So always create something that you're passionate about and that you really want to create. What I did personally was I was working part-time during uni. So during my first year and second year I was working at uni, not at uni but working part-time. So the industry I was working in, we were using software there, and I created a software um, which basically had features that the actual software was missing. So I just wanted to fill the void in the in that industry. So that's what I did. I was really passionate about the industry, and it helped me quite a lot, even when I was writing report about it and doing research. So do something that you're passionate about. If not, then I'm not quite sure how you'll go about that. So yeah, just create something that you're really passionate about. Additionally, create have a rapport with your supervisor. Talk to them about literally anything. I mean, you can definitely talk to them about anything, but talk to them about everything that is going on with your final year project, as because they are really invested into your project, and I mean they definitely get paid to work with you. So you should definitely, if you have some questions, concerns about your final year project, make sure you talk to them about it, and they will help you quite a lot. My supervisor, she helped me quite a lot with my project, and at the end of the day she was the one who graded my project. So make sure you have a really nice working relationship with your supervisor. And when you're working on any kind of project, one of the main skills you need is time management. So make sure you use tools such as Trello, Asana, and there are Monday.com, literally any kind of time management tool. And some people even use Excel sheets for it. So make sure you use it. Make sure you follow methodologies such as agile methodology, as it is quite popular and proven to produce good results. So make sure you do that, and also look after your mental and physical health. It's literally the most vital thing in life. So make sure you do that too. Don't always spend your nights, weekends onto your final year project. Take some time to yourself. Go out with friends, eat, go for walking, anything. Just give some time to yourself, as it's really needed. And also, my last tip would be to refer to past projects and reports created by alumni of your uni. In most unis, your supervisors, they will actually provide you, or your lecturer will provide you with reports that are created by past students. And this can be in uh, the reports that I personally got. They were about 5 to 10 years old, and they were really well written reports. So they actually helped me. My lecturers, they gave us about 4 to 5 past reports of FYV projects. So make sure you refer to them even when you're writing your report, as they would be really well structured, well written, and if you follow the same framework, it will definitely help you in creating a good report as well as creating a really nice FYP. So that's pretty much it. If you guys think that this video helped you in any way or form, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And also, people who have already created the final year project, if you have any tip to share with us, make sure you write it in the comment section down. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys next time. Bye bye.